Hello. So I am really into watching these haul videos on YouTube, and I don't know why I'm so into them, but there's something about these haul videos I like so much. So anyway, I just went to Trader Joe's today and took everything out of the fridge so I can show you what I got. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this, but I am. So I'm filming a haul video. Don't know if you care. But here's what I bought from Trader Joe's today. Okay, so this is kind of what I got so far. Really nothing I needed. I'll show you the receipt first. Trader Joe's, I spent $53.40. And really all I needed was bread and apple cider vinegar, but ended up with all this other stuff. Okay, so I got this because it's holiday time. Usually I buy organic, didn't realize it wasn't organic till I left. But I got that because they were sampling apple cider and I remembered that I had like mulling spices at home. So I bought this and I already had a little bit when I got home, just cold, but my plan is to warm it up and put some mulling spices in and have some apple cider for the holidays. Organic sugar snap peas. I really love these. My daughter really loves these. I throw them in her lunchbox. We just eat them whenever we want a snack. They're great. Sliced fresh mango. We love mangoes. I usually don't buy sliced fresh mango, but it was calling my name today. It looked so delish. And I got some organic boneless skinless chicken breast. Usually I don't buy meat at Trader Joe's. I actually never have bought meat. I was vegetarian for 6 years and just recently started eating meat again, but I usually buy from Whole Foods. But I just was there, and so I looked and I kind of liked that it said individually wrapped, because usually we only eat like 1 or 2. I mean, we usually eat 2 and then I freeze the rest. So this kind of like, I don't have to rewrap it and freeze it. So I kind of like that. It was right next to the ground beef. I have no idea what I'm going to make with these, but I really have no meat in the house and no meal plan ready. So something coming up is going to have organic ground beef or chicken. Apple cider vinegar, organic. I was out, needed some. That's all for that. That's actually what I needed. And I needed bread. We're almost out of bread. Whenever I buy bread, I'm pretty picky about bread. We are very careful about not having any kind of sugar or milk, any kind of dairy or sugar added to anything. Sugar, I mean, like, we allow honey and maple syrup, but that's it. So when I'm looking at the ingredients, I usually don't buy Trader Joe's bread, but it's kind of funny when I was looking at the ingredients. They have the exact same ingredients and almost the exact same font as this local bread that I buy here in Northern California called, I think it's called Alvarado Street. And I really like this bread because there's no added sugar. I mean, there is raisins in here, and that's where some of the sweetness comes from, and dates, but I mean, it's dates and raisins and not sugar, so I feel a little bit better about that. And I really like this bread because it has 5 grams of protein per slice, which is pretty good. So I have a feeling this is made from like the Alvarado Street makes it, but I really have no idea, so maybe I'll find out and look it up sometime. We are always eating these little mandarin things. I bought a huge bag from Costco like a week ago, the cuties, and like we're a family of 3 and there are like 1 or 2 left, so I just picked those up while I was there. And phyllo dough. I've kind of been wanting to make something with phyllo dough or puff pastry, but puff pastry has a ton of butter. And so when I was looking at the ingredients on this, it's just flour, water, cornstarch, salt, and yeast. Thought I'll try making something with it. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make, but it seemed like the ingredients were simple enough and no added dairy or sugar, so I'll make something with that. And this was a total, oh my gosh, delish. The smell of this is just so amazing. It's a cinnamon broom. I wish you guys could smell it. It's so, so good. I just walked into the door. Of course, everybody knows during the holidays you walk in and you smell that beautiful cinnamon smell. Oh my gosh. But I got this really because I'm from Utah originally, and during this time of year, it feels like holiday time. It's like snowy, or, you know, there's that feel. But in San Francisco, it feels like every other day during the year. The temperature doesn't vary much, and so you can't tell that it's really holiday time. And so I kind of got this so that my house feels a little holiday-ish. The only thing is that it's pretty strong, and it's, oh gosh, it's so good. Except we live in a 600 square foot apartment, and there's no vents in San Francisco. Most people don't have vents anyway, so the only ventilation we have is like if we open a window or something. But I don't know what my husband and child are gonna think of this, but oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Anyway, that's what I bought at Trader Joe's. There's my haul. I don't know if people are into hauls as much as I am, but for some reason I love them. So total $53.05, if that matters to anybody. But I got meat for 2 meals, and I got a couple staples that I needed. So yeah, that was my spur of the moment buy from Trader Joe's.
Oh, and I forgot to mention that I also got these organic dried mangoes. If you haven't had these, they're delish. Make sure it says unsulfured and unsweetened. Really, the only ingredients are organic dried mangoes. I get these just for a snack or a treat sometimes, but I mainly got them this time because we have a trip coming up. And whenever we go on the airplane, I know people say to like chew gum when the air pressure is changing, but my daughter doesn't chew gum. We don't let her have gum. She's 5, but I mean, we just don't like her to have it. And so this is kind of like a good alternative I have found during descend on the airplane when we're coming down. When her ears are popping, she just like chews this. And it's very chewy, and it's really quite hard. It's quite chewy. It's not like a quick one that you can just get through. So if you haven't had this, it's really good. And a good alternative, I think, for takeoff and landing on airplanes. I don't know. That's what I bought it for. That's what I buy it for. But we also buy it for snacks, too. Forgot to put this in the original video.